Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Suzanne, and today I want to talk about my dog, Bear. Bear passed away 2 weeks ago, and that's Kiki. She's passed away 3 years. Bear was almost 13, and he was the very best dog. And I want to talk about why losing a dog or a pet can be so difficult for the person who loved that animal, especially if that animal was, like in my case, my roommate. I live alone, and Bear's been my companion since I adopted him at the age of 8. And so when we feel grief at the loss of a pet, some people will tell us to get over it. They're just an animal. And frankly, I think you should ignore that person. And in your head, say you're just a dummy who doesn't know what they're talking about. Because obviously our pet companions are much more than that. They are more than animals. They are our companions. They give us love every day, unconditionally. And so it's very natural that when they leave us, that we will mourn their death, their passing. Sometimes it's easier to prepare, as in the case of my sweet Bear. I knew his time was coming to an end, but still at the last moment, that last morning, it was very difficult. And I'm lucky because a dear friend of mine went with me and Bear to the vet's office. And that was a great comfort to me. So what I want you to know, first of all, is that when you lose a pet, the grief that you feel is absolutely real, and you should honor it. And just like with any type of grief, you should allow yourself to feel those feelings in whatever way is best for you. For me, I needed to be quiet. Maybe it's because I'm an introvert, but I needed to be alone. I canceled my appointments and everything for 2 days, and I didn't leave the house. I cried, but most of all, I just wanted to be quiet. And some people will cry. Some people want to talk to somebody. And all of those are very natural responses because we're all different. And we all work through our feelings in different ways. And you should honor your process. That's the most important way to deal with your grief. But whatever your method is, give yourself time to heal. The second thing I want to talk about is that even though we have lost our pet, their memory is still with us. Bear's ashes are there in a box on my, I'll show you. They're in a box on my fireplace mantle. Can you see? Whoops. Bear's ashes are the rosewood box, and then the other two ashes are Kiki and Henry. And so we keep mementos, like their ashes, as a way of honoring their place in our lives. Some people will keep the dog's collar with them in a special place, like with the ashes. My postal mail deliverer used to always leave a little dog biscuit for Bear in my mailbox every morning because she knew that Bear loved these. And this is the biscuit of the last day that Bear didn't get to enjoy. But I know when I was younger, before I had a dog of my own, one of my mother's dear friends used to keep the ashes, as I have, on her mantelpiece. And we thought it was weird. And we kind of laughed about it behind her back. And now I don't laugh at all. I think it's perfectly natural. Because it's my way of honoring Bear and my other two dogs. And yes, I am one of those people who thinks dogs go to heaven, because how could it be heaven? How could it be heaven if my dogs weren't there? So what I want you to know is that when you lose a pet, I want you to mourn their presence in your life, their unconditional love. I want you to think of a way to remember them and honor them. Maybe it's a beautiful portrait like that. This is from very snowy Breckenridge. It was my Christmas card one year. And the third and final thing is, when you find that the time is right for you, I want you to go and adopt or bring another pet, dog, cat, your choice, whatever it is, your animal of choice. Bring that animal into your life for two reasons. One, that animal has so much love, unconditional love, to give you, and you deserve to be loved like that again. And you deserve that special bond of loving a pet that's just different. It's not better, it's not more, it's not less than loving a human being. It's different. I'm not equating them as the same, but it's a special bond. And so when the time is right, honor your pet's memory by giving that same love to another pet. I think it's so important, especially for older adults like myself, for single adults like myself who live alone. Pets bring so much love and companionship into our lives. Honestly, my home is terribly empty without Bear, and all of my Newfoundlands were adopted from rescue organizations, and Bear will be too. And now I've got something burning in the oven, but thank you. God bless you.